Okay. Here, get my notes ready. Hi everybody, welcome to Mondays with Marc. I'm Marc and we're on your favorite YouTube channel, SmokeySteveAndMarc, right? I hope so anyway. Anyway, it's really good to see everybody. We have a guest with us. He's singing for us. Are you singing? See, he is. That's great. Well, if we can't get him in the video, at least we can get his voice in the video, right? You want to come up and say hello to everybody? Oh, he just said no. Oh, well. Anyway, how is everybody doing? It's really great to see you. I don't have really much to report. I had a long weekend. I worked all weekend, and we were pretty busy, and I'm getting fall fever. We have beautiful weather here up in Northeast PA. It's like in the 70s. It just reminds me of fall. The nights are real cool. I just love it. So I'm definitely getting fall fever. And we have a fun video today. Half of it's going to be serious, half of it's going to be fun. Now, tomorrow, it's going to be all fun because we're going to talk about autumn. And we may have a little craft in there, we may have a little kitchen in there, we may have a little gardening in there. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. But you get me tomorrow because Steven has to work late again tomorrow night. So it's all me again tomorrow. So anyway, tune in tomorrow for another fun video. Today, like I said, I'm splitting it in half. We're going to do something fun in the kitchen. And the second half, we're going to talk about something that I guess you could call serious, serious real talk. I'm going to talk about age shame. And it's something that I struggle with. And I'll explain a little bit more about that later. But first, Steven asked me to make something for him to bring into work. They're having some type of event at work, and he wanted to bring something, cookies, pastry, something like that to bring in. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to share one of my quick tips of one of my favorite confections ever. And it's super simple and it's really impressive to look at too. Now, I was now normally I would go all out and like bake a big cake or like bake 24 like fancy cupcakes or something, but I was actually quite busy this week, so I didn't get a chance to get everything prepped. So I needed something that would be quick, fun, tastes good, and looks good, because I want Steve to be proud, right? So anyway, so why don't we go into the kitchen and make that, okay? All right, let's go. Okay, so we're in the kitchen now, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite confection recipes. As I said, Steve needed something to take to work tomorrow, so I needed to come up with something quick, easy, and tastes really good. So we're going to make chocolate mousse tarts. Now, before we do that, I just have to brag a little bit. Look at these perfect cucumbers I just picked from the garden. They're just perfect. I'm so thrilled. Anyway, I put those aside. And sunflowers. Now, cucumbers and sunflowers have nothing to do with chocolate mousse, but I just wanted to show you. Anyway, okay, for this, I'm going to show you two of my favorite products in the world. Okay, now you will make this chocolate mousse and you will love it. It is very, very good, okay? You need 3 ingredients. Rich's Whip. You find this frozen, and most bigger grocery stores have it. Walmart has it. Definitely your, what do they call them? Mega superstores have it. You can order it online too, but you can get this pretty much anywhere. The only place around here that doesn't have it is Wise Market. That's one of ours. But they have it at Price Chopper, they have it at Giant, they have it at Walmart, and they come in these sizes, or they come in quarts, even in half gallons. But for this, you're only going to need 2 of these, okay? And they're like $1 a piece. Not bad. And what it is it's non-dairy whipped topping. So and I prefer this for all of my whipped cream or like whipped cream based desserts, things like that, because first of all, it stands up really good, it's firm, and it doesn't lose that as heavy whipping cream does, and you get a couple extra days of freshness out of it too. It's pretty good. Now, if you want to make this and you can't find this, you can use heavy whipping cream, but you'll have to also add vanilla, which I have right here, and some sugar and a pinch of salt to it. So, but I'll explain that later. So, Rich's Whip, you'll need 2 of those. And we're gonna make little we're gonna make little cups, you know, tarts. And I got Pepperidge Farm puff pastry cups. This is so time saving. I love this product. It tastes good. It's very easy. They also sell them in like the sheets that you can make yourself if you want to make larger cups. We're making little tarts today. But I mean, for like, I think this was like $3, I think, for this, and it makes 24. Not bad, and it saves a lot of time. So, on that note, to save time, I already did it. I thawed them, baked them, and they look like this. This is how they come out. They're tiny little tarts of puff pastry, okay? So, and to do that, all you do is take them out of the package frozen, put them on, and bake them while they're frozen for 20 minutes, and they come out. Can't get easier than that. Now, we're going to decorate them a little bit to make them look extra special. So, what I have on hand are my baking chocolate. They're, you know, melting wafers, baking chocolate, whatever you want to call it. And I always get the dark chocolate kind. So I just melted a few of those in a microwave oven in 10-second intervals to get some nice gooey chocolate like that. And I'm going to do half of these. I'm just going to drizzle them like this, just to add a little bit of flair. I think they look really good like this. Okay, I think that's good. Just want to get a little bit of taste. Now, you can do whatever you want. You could use white chocolate, milk chocolate. You could even melt down a Hershey bar if you want to do this. Just something to make it look a little nice. Another suggestion, you could also take your tart. I probably shouldn't do this, but and you could dip it halfway. Let it drip and turn it upside down and let it dry, and then you have a chocolate coated bottom to it too. Either way, get creative, do whatever you want. Now for the other half, I'm going to take some confectionery sugar and I'm going to put it into a sifter like that, and we're just going to kind of powder sugar these ones here like this. See, you didn't think you'd get, you know, music with it too. Okay, so now we have those and those. I think they look really, really nice. Alright, moving right along. Let's move this out of the way here. Okay, now we're going to make the mousse. So, I already have this part done, so you can see. That was 2 canisters of the richest whip, and I whipped it for approximately 6 minutes on high speed in the stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer too. You just want to mix it and whip it until it makes like kind of like stiff peaks, you know. To that, we are going to add about 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. Just add that in there like that. Turn it up on high for just a second. Let that incorporate in. Okay, now we're going to turn it down to low, and we're going to add cocoa. Now, I like the Dutch processed dark cocoa myself. Hershey's, perfectly fine. Hershey's cocoa, any kind of good quality chocolate. And for this part, you are going to add, you know, to your taste. Now, Steven likes dark, deep, dark chocolate, so I tend to add a little bit more. So, you don't have to worry about sifting or anything. We're going to mix it up pretty well. So, 1/4 cup at a time, you're going to incorporate it right into the whipped cream. Like so. Turn it up on high. Let it incorporate in. And then I'm going to add another one here. Turn it down a little so it doesn't get everywhere. I've added 2 so far. Like that. Turn it up. There, now it's getting good. Alright, now we're going to whip it. Whip it. Whip it real good. Whip it. Whip it real good. Alright, so now we're going to scrape down the sides. Now I am just scraping the sides and I'm leaving it like this, and I'll tell you why. I think that's good. Well, let's taste it and see. Gotta taste it. I think that's good. I like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave it like that because when I go and put them in the tarts, they're going to have a little marble effect to it. If you don't like that, mix it up so it's all one color. It's fine. I just like the way it looks. So what we're gonna do is now remove this yumminess. Get rid of that. And I'll show you. Doesn't it look good? And see what I mean about the marbling a little bit there? There we go. Okay. So anyway, that's what you want it to look like. And we're gonna put it into a pastry bag fitted with any type of tip you like. I used a star tip. And a little tip here, a little Marc's quick tip, not a, pastry tip. Put your pastry bag inside of a water glass or a little pitcher, even a vase for flowers, whatever. It makes it so much easier. Pull it up like that. And then you have your pastry bag ready to go. Now, if you don't have a pastry bag, just get yourself a Ziploc storage bag and clip the corner of it just about 1/4 of an inch. Fill it up, and you have your own pastry bag. And then we're just going to fill our tarts with our mousse. So I'll show you. 1, 2, 3. We'll do this one because it's pretty. Like that. Like that. Like that. And then continue to do all of them like that. And I'll come back when they're all done and show you. Okay. We have them all done. Put them there. I think they look good. Now, for the finishing touch, we're going to take some of our chocolate and a little information. Chocolate melts. It melts much lower than what your body temperature is. So when you're holding a candy bar or chocolate, it melts like right away. So take just a little piece of paper towel and hold it like that, and that'll give you a couple extra minutes there. So we're going to grate some chocolate on top of this, like this. Okay, and then just sprinkle it on. Doesn't that look cool? Just a little flair there. Just to make it look even more pretty, right? It's all about the presentation, right? So you could do that. You could also take, I have some white chocolate chips. You could also take a single chip and put on each one, like that. Maybe do a couple of them like that. I think that looks cute too. I don't know. I kind of like just the shaved chocolate on it myself, but we'll do that. If you have mini chocolate chips, that will work, whatever. But anyway, and that is your quick and easy recipe for chocolate mousse tarts. I hope you really enjoyed it. They're very, very delicious. And the chocolate mousse itself, I'm telling you, you can use this as frosting, you can use this as a filling, or you could just eat it the way it is. So, that's what I'm going to do. Thanks for watching. So what'd you think, huh? It looks good, doesn't it? It is good. Truly, honestly, that is my favorite product in the world to use in the bakery. I just love Rich's cream, let me tell you. And I love those little pastry puffs too. They also sell like sheets of the pastry, the puff pastry, that works very well too. I mean, it's so simple, and if you need something quick, easy, fun, looks good, tastes good, perfect thing to do. Anyway, moving right along, I would like to talk about something now. And forgive me, I have notes written down because still, even after all this time, I still get, well, very nervous whenever I'm making a video by myself. I tend to get all jumbled up in my head, and it's just, I don't know why. I hope I get better with that. So I jotted a bunch of notes down just so I didn't forget some like major points that I wanted to make about this. So forgive me if I keep referring back to this. But what I wanted to talk to you about today, maybe this will be a conversation starter, I'm not sure. I want to talk to you something about age shame. It's something that I struggle with myself, and why I'm bringing this up is that last week, it kind of got out that my birthday is coming up, and And I'm like, oh yeah, it is. And quickly try to change the subject, And so then I started, and it also got out that I'm like, I don't know, embarrassed of my age or however you want to say it. And then I started getting comments and messages saying, hey, when is your birthday? What sign are you? How old are you anyway? That type of thing. And I don't know why that makes me uncomfortable. And it pretty much always has in recent years. Well, at least, getting into my 30s, it did. It made me feel uncomfortable. So to answer the question, yes, my birthday is coming up. It's on September 6th. I am a Virgo, and we'll get to my age later because that's what I want to talk about right now. I had to really look into this because I think for me it's almost a mental health issue in a way that ties back to self-worth and self-confidence, self-esteem. It ties into all of that. And I had to look into it, and I Googled, I think I just put in, why am I embarrassed of my age, or something like that. And a plethora of information came up, and they call it age shame. I didn't even know it was really a thing, or that anybody else really dealt with this, to tell you the truth. But, I do believe that to invite joy, and happiness in, we have to break that, almost vicious cycle of I don't know, how do we say, shame, stigma, and secrecy of who we really are. And that includes our age too. I have here, tell my story about it. My only story about the problem with my age is that I don't know, somehow along the years I developed this thing that as we grow older, we become less than, or something like that. And I had to look inside and say, why is that? What is it that I'm truly feeling? And I think that it came down to that I'm kind of embarrassed of my age. Now, I don't know why that is. And I certainly don't look at other people who may be older than I am, or quote old, and say, oh my God, they're old, they're less than. I've never felt that way ever in my life about anybody else. Why am I feeling that about myself? And so I would always kind of, make a joke about my age, lie about it, or tell everybody that I'm 30 years old for 10 years, and I did that a lot. I mean, I still do that to this day. So, again, I had to look inside and figure out why these reasons were. And I think that the overriding feeling that I feel might be embarrassment, shame, something like that. And I want to know why. And I wanted to know if other people felt this way. And when I was doing my research on this subject, a lot of people feel this way. I mean, a lot of people. I have down, I can't remember how many. There were like 40 posts about it, actual websites about it. But, it's a real thing. Lying about my age and kind of being cute about it and it goes beyond being a little bit endearing about it. I think, consider the don't ask, don't tell policy, right? And apply that to age. I mean, that's basically what I do. Don't ask, don't tell, avoid it at any cost, da, 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 da. And it's kind of a little bit pathetic, really, when you think about it, especially being a guy. Because I think that women historically have been, should I say, shamed? I guess shamed for growing older. And now it's men too. You know what I mean? And I belong to a community, I'm a gay man, and it's about, stereotypically, it's about look and age and things like that too. Now, I've never bought into that as far as being in the gay community. I never bought into that. But I do have a problem saying my true age in general, you know. Being taught to conceal your true age, or lie about it, or joke about it, or like it's like a little secret, like a little shameful secret that gives it more power, And I think I personally think that's wrong, even though I do it myself. Like, that's what's crazy about all this for me. You know what I mean? What I find very interesting to me is that so many people still feel like they have to lie about their age, as if growing older is shameful. And I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. All right. Did I cover everything? Let's see. Now, I will say that, by admitting our true age, like if we all gathered together, everyone has a problem with their age. We all gather together and we state our real age proudly, without any bit of shame or anything. I think that will take away the shame. Okay. It seems pretty obvious. Just say your real age and the shame goes away. But it's a little bit harder said than done, I think. Some things, because you know what, in reality, there are negative consequences to that too. There can be. I mean, you could maybe not get that job that you really want or deserve based on your age. You know what I mean? You could be stereotyped. Someone may not want to date you because of your age. There are negative consequences to it. I mean, even in my own life, Steven and I have an age difference, and it's pretty substantial. I remember at the beginning of our relationship thinking, oh my God, I'm too old for him. I don't know, like he has his whole, I think I said this once, but he has his whole life ahead of him, and he's, going to get with this old man, blah, 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 And then years later, he told me that he used to think that, oh man, I think I'm too young for Mark. I hope he doesn't think I'm too young for him, blah, blah, blah. So it goes both ways, So there are negative consequences to it. Let me see if I don't want to forget anything. Okay, I covered all that. Okay. So anyway, about age shaming. I mean, consider the harmful effects of, shaming. How do I put it? I wish I would have wrote this down. The horrible shaming messages that people receive about issues regarding race and sexual orientation and even religion. I mean, it's really serious. Age may seem to be kind of trivial when you compare it to those things, but it's not. It's really not. I know for my own self that I really struggle with this. Like, I'm really embarrassed and shameful to tell people my true age. And at the same time, I realize how ridiculous that statement is. I really hope people can relate to this, because it does seem kind of like wild. Like, I don't know. Older is lesser. That disempowers everybody, women and men, whenever you say that statement. I don't know. But anyway, I think I'm working towards a solution for this. So, wait, to make sure I've got everything. Right. Okay. So I think I have a solution to this. So what I'm committing to do, and I'm saying this now in front of everybody, on my birthday, we film every day, and we'll obviously be filming on my birthday, I will reveal my true and accurate age. As soon as you all reveal your true and accurate weights. Okay? Just kidding. I just had to put a little bit of humor in there. Okay. No, I will definitely reveal my true and accurate age. So I have a couple weeks to gear up to doing that. And I'm still going to delve into how to deal with this, because I truly believe in my heart that, older is not lesser. I do that. I mean, and even in other countries, I don't know. I should have Googled this because I'm curious. It seems to me as though the United States is probably one of the only countries that this kind of, older is lesser, kind of is like, holds true. In other countries, they revere their elders, You don't hear a lot about that here in the U.S., But anyway, so that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to reveal my true age on my birthday, and you can hold me to that, okay? And I'm also going to work on the self-esteem issues and self-worth issues as well. And I would be very curious if anybody had any comments or feedback about this, or if you struggle with this yourself, okay? So that's all I really had to talk about age shaming. I was surprised that it is an actual thing, age shaming. I didn't even realize that until I started doing this research. But anyway, so I guess that's all I have to say about that. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about this. We'll categorize this under like maybe a mental health video. I don't know. We'll see. But I really appreciate you spending your time with me, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And please like, subscribe, and comment. Please check us out on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Send us a friend request. Instagram, SmokeySteveAndMarc. Be sure to tune in tomorrow because we're going to be celebrating fall tomorrow. And day after tomorrow, you know what that is. Golden Girls Special, Wednesday the 28th. Smokey Steve and Marc, the Golden Girls Special. Be there with your cheesecake, okay? And on that note, I'm going to end on a positive note, and I'm going to go eat some chocolate mousse, all right? Take care, everybody, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.